I backflipped.
We have 3 kids. My daughter, Haley, is 21, and she's in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Hayden, 17, races for Star Yamaha. And Hudson, fishing, hunting, riding his dirt bike, and riding a Sur-Ron.
You got to give it up to Hayden up there. He's going to the front. Whoever's in his way, get out of it.
I can honestly say no, it wasn't a plan. We're gonna have kids and they're gonna be these athletes and we're gonna raise them up to have these images.
I think I was like the youngest kid to flip of a dirt bike.
You are watching the next generation right here.
I totally believe it's like in the DNA for sure.
I think it's from seeing my dad winning X Games and winning races, it's just kind of like inherited us.
Listen, the kid has the pedigree. He has what it takes. Those podiums and wins are gonna come.
We just kept trying to instill the never give up mentality with my wife. She's tough, you know, the kids fall down, they can't cry to mom.
I want them to be the best they can be, and if we're able to provide that for them, let's do it. But I want to make sure like we're not gonna like 50% do it. Like when we're in, we're all in.
Small town kid, left home with a dream. No money, took a lot of risk, you know? I'll be honest, when I was younger, I didn't think I'd live till I was 40. I just felt like I lived on the edge all the time.
He tells me a little bit, but I think he tries to have his little secrets. I don't know why, but I mean, a lot of people tell me stuff that he doesn't tell me for some reason, but I know he used to get rowdy back in the day.
Rock star, athlete, racing life.
Built a strong brand and image and understood marketing and felt like I lived a life of 10 men, you know?
Hayden always had that like rough, tough kid demeanor. Came out screaming. He had like reflex and was that baby that barked all the time, and he just was always like, you know, and just this little stocky thing. Loved what his dad could do. Like I could sit him in the high chair and he would watch all the guys train. He would just do this.
He always had this binky in his mouth.
Got danger, boy.
In a diaper, you know, riding his bicycle. And I'm pretty sure it was like with no training wheels.
I've always watched freestyle, but I never was like fell in love with it. Like I didn't really want to go do that.
I was at a point in my career where we were into racing cars, and I was like, we'll get him into karting, you know, BMX. I really, to be honest, was kind of against racing dirt bikes.
We talked about it, like, we're not having our kids race. I'm not going through what I went through with you on a dirt bike, happened to my babies. But like, no way. It's just, that's all they want to do is race.
We had a lot of focus on Haley when she was probably around 10 years old. So Hayden had just started getting to racing dirt bikes at that point when he was around 6.
Yeah, she was always racing. She was never really like in like the girly scene. So I feel like me and my sister, that's kind of why we got along, is because we could go ride dirt bikes together, and she would do that stuff with me, you know? I feel like it was always a battle. If we were doing anything, it was who could do it better.
We're gonna go race the Can-Am against the Lamborghini. Hayden's an awesome rider, but there's been other awesome riders. Why is he, when he shows up, the crowd going crazy?
It's from, you know, doing these YouTube videos, doing all this, you know, so the fans can watch and get behind the scenes access.
You know, half of the game is winning the game, the other half is your image, what you portray to your fans and to the public.
Brian's kind of built this empire, but like they have to work for it too. So like they're just not gonna get these big corporate people if they're not good.
Everyone's kind of like, I expected you to do this because your dad did this, or your dad did this for you, so that's why you're good. People try to put that pressure on you, but it's not just your daddy got you this bike so that you can go win. It's not like that. It's like, you got to put your heart into this sport. It's gnarly and nothing's easy about it.
This is Supercross Futures, the top A and B amateur racers. Haiden Deegan, huge fan base. The fans know him as Danger Boy.
Really, what the plan was to stay amateur through Loretta's and then turn pro.
Is he ready? Is his body, you know, physically ready? Me and Brian like literally went back and forth, you know. It was like maybe a daily conversation, you know, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Looks like someone's down. Haiden Deegan is down. He's gonna have to pass his way to the front if he wants to win this one.
He's got his work cut out for him.
Called my manager, or my team owner, Bobby. I'm like, I can do it. Like, I can race. I know I can do it. Like,
yeah, he was ready years ago. So yeah, in his mind, he's like, but as a parent, you have to help the kids because he's still, you know, he's just turned 17. In my mind, he's always be my kid, and you still have to help them make the right decision. Trust me, it was such a question to us: why rush it? Why rush it?
Here's a teenager, Haiden Deegan, amateur sensation. His father, Brian, a Supercross winner. His sister, Haley, an incredible racer herself. He's got a lot of pressure on him tonight.
I literally was sitting on the line, and they like call your name or whatever. They pick like a couple of the guys' names, and I remember it was just quiet, and then they picked my name, and the crowd just went wild, and I was like, that's pretty sick.
My biggest fear is crashing, you know, having a crash, getting hurt, and then all of a sudden we all look bad. We all look like we made a bad decision. And I don't care if I look bad. I've looked bad 1,000 times in my life, but I care more about his health.
Oh, look at the two rookies. Haiden Deegan's never been in this situation. He's riding extremely well. What a ride.
Haiden Deegan gets 4th at his very first Supercross.
I honestly was blown away. I did not expect that for sure. Definitely the bar had been set, but that's another thing. The bar all of a sudden went really high.
This is going to be absolutely incredible to watch right here. This rookie going at it. What a moment.
The fans are loving Danger Boy.
The whole crowd just erupts. Like I'd be going and I can hear everyone. It's a sweet moment. It definitely motivates you hearing that.
Danger Boy takes the checkered flag.
Learning is going very well for Haiden Deegan. He gets a heat race win tonight.
I did have a goal to get a podium in my first Supercross season.
The vet, Jeremy Martin, says, I'm not giving it up, but Haiden Deegan says, yes, you are, and he's by.
And that's a rider growing confidence. I told you, I'm feeling dangerous.
Your first Daytona, your first podium.
Oh, dude, I'm through the roof right now. This is a sick moment for me. I've been working my butt off, and a lot of people doubt me, but I know I can do it.
Your goals have all of a sudden changed, right? And the team is now like, oh, well, you might be a championship contender. And all of a sudden that pressure goes, they didn't really do that. I feel like that's just the natural mentality of doing well. You're expected to do more and more and more, and the bar just went so high so quick.
Here it goes.
And he gets him. Block pass, Haiden Deegan. Deegan can hold it. It would be his 2nd podium this season.
I love all you guys. You guys are sick, and I was just out there sending it.
We've opened the doors to our life for the public, and they've come in and watched him grow up, and I feel like they're vested in it. So I'd say, and I dig it. I think it's cool to see that the crowd just light up.
You watch a lot of the champions, their family's really close, so that's what our family's been. We've been a really close family.
Family comes first, and then you have sport, you know, and that's the way it's always gonna be. You know, doing the best we can. We're not perfect. Raising a strong young man that, whether it's racing or just normal life, represents us and represents the family and represents being a good person. That, to me, that's important, you know?
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.